behalf of Tammy and Monty, I want to express to you their appreciation for your presence here on this very important event in their life. You and your families are closest friends to them, and I'm appreciative that I have the opportunity to share in this very happy occasion for them. During Jesus' day, the time of the wedding was the most important festival of the Jewish community. It was a time in which literally the bride and groom were the most important people in their village. The whole community considered them to be the king and queen. And I think this is the way it is today here, because really Tammy and Monty are very special to each one of us. And it's really been a privilege for us to be a part of this occasion, to be invited to be here this day. And so I look forward to this very moment that we can share with them. And I think it's unique and special that they have chosen this particular hotel as the place for their wedding, because it was here that they first began their relationship with each other in a setting and context of a church retreat, a time in which to focus upon God. And so from the very beginning, God has been a part of the relationship. And I'm very thankful for that. Not many couples begin the relationship with God such a part as Tammy and Monty have. And as we look at this hotel and look around, and we see what great care has been in the constructing of this hotel, and see the marvelous craftsmanship that is involved here, I'm reminded of how that so much like a marriage, building a marriage is like building a house or a beautiful structure, as we have opportunity to enjoy today. And so today, the theme of this particular wedding is a house for God.
Time together with time.
Monty and Tammy, I know that you realize that what you're about to do this day and the commitment that you're making to each other is the most important commitment that you'll ever make in your life, other than the one that you already made to your Lord. We're glad that we can be a part of this occasion to witness you and your making vows to each other. I've already mentioned to those that have assembled here today that the theme for this wedding is really building a marriage like building a house. I am so glad that we have chosen this particular spot to have the wedding. And I'm sure that we will always remember Hotel Turkey, Texas. Because when I think of this spot, I will always think of you too. Last night we had the opportunity of just visiting and being with family and sharing with one another. And also had the opportunity just to look around this place and to marvel at how this building has been constructed, how solid its walls are. And I think it's unique that in our country today there is a desire to go back to those things which are solidly built. The old things, the things which are true. And I was looking around and I saw some of our older couples here. And I thought of the many years of their marriages, such as your grandparents. I thought about how that someday you too will be coming to such occasion, and if the Lord wills that you have children and grandchildren, will come into such occasion just like these, and the generation will continue on. And so, as you together truly build a house with God,
reflection of His face will build a house.
Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the springs rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does them not, puts them in practice, is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. Tammy and Monty, I know you both want to build a house that is solidly built on faith. And I believe that the song you just sung is very appropriate for this wedding because this is your design. Carpenters tell me that certain items are needed for a house to stand the test of time and the elements. And the same is true of marriage in order for it to survive the storms of life. One of the first essential ingredients of an enduring marriage is to build on a solid foundation. As we've just read, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man that built his house on the rock. Monty and Tammy, I know of no other group or couple that is so blessed as you are. You stand on a solid foundation. Both of your families are active in the Lord's church. Tammy, it's been my pleasure to get acquainted with your parents, Joe and Marilyn. And although I haven't known them long, I can tell that they are people who are very hospitable people, who enjoy people. And there are a type of people that you just like being around. And Tammy, I trust that you will carry that same qualities that apparently evident in their home into your home and follow the example of your parents. Monty, I have known you for a long time. In fact, you have been to Linda and I a son. And I watch you grow and mature your faith and your relationship with the Lord. You too carry a solid foundation into this marriage. From your mother's side of the family, the Mitchells, the people who are gracious people, who open their homes to missionaries and preachers. In fact, several of whom are friends of mine. And, of course, on your father's side, the Mize family, it's been my privilege to know them for many years. Your grandfather serves as an elder in the church in Crosby. Your grandmother has had Linda and I in their home. We know your cousins. And from that family are deacons, missionaries, elders. So from both sides of the house. At this time, I wish one person could be here. But he's looking. He's proud of you. Very proud of you. Yes, you are built on a solid foundation. And I trust that you will keep this foundation. Keep this in mind as you build your marriage together. Another important aspect of the marriage, very important as far as having a solid marriage, and that is fidelity. A house has to have solid walls in order to stand, and square corners. Fidelity and faithfulness are the walls and the corners of the marriage. They must be straight, strong, true, and square. A house will fall if the walls lean and the windows and doors cannot open, if the corners are not true. Fidelity is essential for an open and honest relationship in a marriage. Unfortunately, in our society, infidelity is far too uncommon. Marital unfaithfulness produces strife and jealousy and heartache and poverty. Today in America, half of our families have suffered divorce. Remember David's sin with Bathsheba? His infidelity resulted in lying and murder and death of an innocent infant and the strife among children. Although God forgave David, we thank God for his forgiveness. David still bore the scars of the consequence of that sin to his grave. Remember, loyalty and faithfulness are the essential elements of a happy marriage. Focus. The windows of a house provide light, doors, entrance. Focus and direction are the windows and doors of the marriage. A fulfilling marriage is focus. Focus on God. Focus on God means to yield to his guidance and purpose. In the days of Moses, the children of Israel were led by the cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. It must have been a magnificent sight to witness 603,550 men of war, 22,000 priests, and perhaps 1.5 million women and children and older men camped around the tent of meeting. When the cloud moved, the trumpets sounded, the people marched in the wilderness, not knowing how far they would travel, only that their way was towards the promised God land. They had their focus on God. Faith. Every house needs a roof that does not leak. Faith is the roof of a marriage. Faith in God, that is. By nature, we are creatures of faith. Now, for some of us, our faith is in money or power or physical beauty. But these attributes are fleeting. They're temporal. Soon rust, wrinkle, wear out, and fade away. Faith in God is the protective covering of a marriage. He must be a part of your relationship with each other. God is love, and to know him is to be like him. And we know him through faith. One other element that's essential, and that is warmth is needed to make a house a home. Fuel is needed. The fuel of a marriage is love. It is also like glue, the nails and the bonding to hold it together. It's the warmth that makes the marriage glow. Have you ever been in a house as it was being constructed before the furnaces were installed in the wintertime? Have you noticed how cold it is and how lifeless? And that's the way a marriage can be without love. And a love that includes affection. Tammy, you said your favorite passage was 1 Corinthians 13. And I'd like to remind you of what Paul says as he defines faith. Love. He says, love is patient. Love is kind. Does not envy. Does not boast. Is not proud. Is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always You may have all the qualities, but without love is nothing. It's hard. You need love to keep the warmth within your relationship. And Monty, you mentioned that your favorite passage was 1 John chapter 1, verse 5 through 10. In this passage talks about the forgiveness of God and how the blood of Christ continually cleanses us and keeps us clean, and how that we can go to the Father and ask forgiveness. I want you to remember that in your relationship toward one another. God forgives you daily. You likewise forgive one another. Do you